What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and today, the day of this recording, is August 15th of 2022. We are just 2 days from the best day of the, let me hear you say it, work week. That's right, new comic book day, which is going to be August 17th of 2022. Now, in today's video, like every single Monday on this channel, we're talking about my must-have pickups for this upcoming new comic book day. These are the books that I think you guys have to be reading because what's in the guts are the best stories coming out this week. Now, we also have my almost top 5, which are books that I think almost made the list, but that just didn't quite make the top 5. We also have my cover lover picks. This is almost my favorite section of this video because I love showing off these amazing covers that I'm just absolutely in love with, and some of them I might be reading, and some of them I might be picking up just because their cover art is so goddamn gorgeous. So let's not waste any more time. We're gonna hit my pull list, do cover lovers, then we're gonna get into my must-have pickups, the best stories coming out this week. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at that pull list. Alright guys, there are 19 books on my pull list this week. Of the 19, 4 of them are new number ones. There is a reprint of crossover issue number 1, which is going to be a 3D version. You know, put on your 3D glasses and then read it in 3D, which is really cool. I'm really excited to actually take a look at that. But there are 4 new number ones, and there's only one book I did not get caught up on, and that is Catwoman. The rest of the books I'm caught up on. So if you take out crossover and Catwoman, there are 17 possibilities to make my top 5 list. Now, if you want, pause this video, go down in the comments, and let me know what you think my top 5 are. And if not, stick around, because we're going to hit my cover lovers, my almost top 5, and then my top 5 must-have pickups. Let's dive in to those cover lover picks. So, there are 4 books on my cover lover section, and the first one has been on my comic book speculation recommendations video for a while because it is such a gorgeous cover. I am talking about X-Men number 13, the Arthur Adams variant, featuring the Phoenix. It is such a gorgeous cover. It might be a little chesty and a little sexy, but goddamn, this cover is so amazing. And the next cover up is an amazing cover done by Gary Frank for Daredevil number 2. Now, this is a 1:25 ratio variant, but goddamn, how awesome does Daredevil look done by Gary Frank. It is such a gorgeous cover. And obviously there's going to be a Catwoman cover on this list, and we're talking about Catwoman number 46, the cover C, done by Jeff DeCall. It is the swimsuit version of the cover, but come on, Selena Kyle looks absolutely amazing in this cover. And last but not least, I have been loving these David Nakayama Immortal Red Sonja covers. I think he's done one for every single issue but issue number 4. So this is Immortal Red Sonja number 5, the cover A, done by David Nakayama. There's also a virgin variant of this cover, and it is the cover L. That's right, this is a Dynamite book, so there are many covers for this book, and I just love these Immortal Red Sonja covers done by David Nakayama. So that is the last book on my cover lover list. Let's go ahead and dive in to the almost top 5. The almost top 5 list is filled with books that almost made my must-have pickups. These stories are really good. They're just not the stories that I'm most excited about, but I'm really excited to read them still, so I want to share these with you as well. I know this makes the video just a little bit longer, but I think it's worth it because you guys need to know about all these comics because I'm really enjoying all these stories. And the first book on our almost top 5 is Heart Eyes number 1. Now, this is written by one of my favorite writers in Dennis Hopeless. If you guys have never read a book by Dennis Hopeless, go and find something that he's written. I guarantee you, you're going to enjoy it. My recommendation would be his run on Spider-Woman. It was so good. Stephanie even enjoys that book herself, and man, she is one of the hardest critics of comics that I've come across. So guys, go check out a Dennis Hopeless book. So that's why I am really excited about this book, because one of my favorite writers is on it. And the artist on this book is Victor Ibanez. I'm probably totally butchering that name like I do everyone's last name, but guys, I'm super excited for this book. Let me go ahead and read you the synopsis. Sanity-eating monsters ended humanity. The unlucky few who survived now hide in the cracks of a broken world. And yet, somehow, beneath the graveyard that used to be San Antonio, Rico met Lupe, the girl of his dreams. But how did she get here? And why is she smiling? No one survives out in the streets. No one smiles smiles where the monsters lurk. Man, this just sounds so cool, and some of the covers for this are really, really great. I love that 1 in 50 Jenny version. There's also a 1 in 75 and 1 in 100 version of that same exact cover. But come on, these Jenny version covers are amazing. I also love the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 5 and 1 in 10. There's just so many good covers. I'm really stoked for this book. I am only sticking with the cover A, but guys, if you get one of those covers, guys, let me know down in the comments below. Are you excited for this book as well? Guys, let me know down in the comments. The next two books are both written by Chip Zdarsky. I'm going to hit upon them really quick. And the first one up is Daredevil #2, written by Chip Zdarsky, art by Marco Checchetto. This is just an awesome book. His original run in Daredevil was epic. They did that short event, and now this is the second volume of his Daredevil run, and it is just awesome. It picked up right where it left off. It's so good, you should be reading it. And next up is Batman the Knight #8. This is a kind of year one story where we're getting a lot of backstory to how Batman became Batman. It's been done before, but we're getting a little more interesting bits and pieces from that time period from Chip Zdarsky, and art by Carmine Di Gimencio. Probably totally butchering that, and that's okay. I apologize to all you people who I butcher your name, but this book is awesome. You should be reading it. It's really, really fun. And the last book on my almost top 5 is Strange #5. This has been on my top 5 list over and over again. It's written by Jed MacKay. It's art by Marcelo Ferreira. And guys, this is such a cool book with Clea, the new Sorcerer Supreme, but she's also the Sorcerer Supreme from the Flatline, whatever that is. It's just so many cool things going on in this book, and I love her relationship with Wong, and Bats is still in it, the Ghost Dog, so many good things happening in this book, and the villains in this book, we still haven't really figured out who they really are, but man, it is so cool. Check out this book. Now let's go ahead and dive in to my must-have pickups for this upcoming new comic day, which is August 17th of 2022. Alright guys, the book that's in my #5 spot is a book that I never thought would make my top 5 list. It was on the chopping block for the first 3 issues. I was gonna drop it, but I stuck with it and I'm glad I did. I am talking about Batman Superman World's Finest #6. Now we are getting a new artist on this issue with Travis Moore, and the writer on this is Mark Waid. And Mark Waid, man, did you really, really redeem yourself with issues #4 and 5 of this run? It's such a cool story. It was really cool how he brought all these characters together. I'm talking about Batman, Superman, Supergirl, Robin, the Doom Patrol, so many cool characters, and the new villain that he brought in, and this whole super team from the past, and Bat and Supergirl and Robin went to the past to find out how to beat the villain, and then Robin got lost in the time street, and Supergirl made it through. So many cool things happened in this book, and then the last issue, in issue #5, Batman and Superman made this plan on the fly to defeat the villain, which was really cool. So many cool things. You guys should and have to be reading Batman, Superman, World's Finest, because if I really like it, you guys are gonna love it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and find out what my #4 is. Alright guys, sitting in the #4 spot is Barbaric Book 2, Axe to Grind #1. I am so excited that Barbaric is back. If you guys did not read Volume 1, you guys are missing out. Go pick up the trade. It is totally worth it. This is written by Michael Morisi and art by Nathan Golden, and the whole story is centered around a barbarian who has an axe that talks to him, and this axe loves to drink blood. And when he does, he gets drunk and he's hilarious. But this barbarian is bound because he was cursed by a bunch of wishes to do good. If people need help, he has to help them, even though he might not want to, but he has to. He's driven, and he met a necromancer, and he hates necromancers, but they became friends in Volume 1, and man was it good. I cannot wait for this story to come back, because it is funny, it is sexy at times, it has really cool story and action scenes, and the art in it is so good. Man, Barbaric is so amazing. I was able to find a bunch of issues #1, 2, and 3 at my local LCS. So if you guys have not caught up and you don't want to get the trade, you want to get single issues, check out your local LCS because they might still have some copies that you can get for cheap. Alright guys, let's go ahead and find out what my #3 book is, but pick up Barbaric. Alright guys, sitting in the #3 spot, was right in the middle of my top 5 list, is a banger of a book. We're talking about Nightwing #95, written by Tom Taylor, art by the amazing Bruno Redondo. I have said so many times on this channel when talking about Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo that they are one of the best creative teams when they come together and tell a story. It is so amazing, and this run on Nightwing has been epic. Now, Bruno Redondo has not put it on every single issue of Nightwing since this run started. I believe just because his artwork takes a little more time, they've had filler artists come in here and there to let Bruno Redondo get caught up on certain issues. But that is not taken away from this amazing story that Tom Taylor is telling. It's so good. He's introduced a dog for Nightwing, which is amazing. It's a three-legged dog named Bitewing. He's also made Barbara Gordon and Dick Grayson a couple, which I just absolutely love. It's so good. Oracle, Nightwing together again, so good. And he's also given Nightwing the ability to really take over Bloodhaven. Take over is the wrong sense. He's like giving Bloodhaven a lot of money, and he's slowly weeding out the crime. All of his friends have also come together to help him and protect him. Oh man, this story is so good. If you guys are not reading Nightwing, read Nightwing. It's emotional. It's really good. It's grounded because it's, you know, street level heroes with the Flash, and all of his friends were in it for a little while again. Love story, a new dog, and he also has a half sister. So many good things in this book. Read Nightwing, you will not regret it. All right, let's find out what my number 2 book is. Alright guys, sitting in my number 2 spot is a book from Scott Snyder. Now I believe this hit his Substack first, and then now it's being printed by IDW. Guys, if I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments below and go ahead and correct me, but do it nicely. When I'm talking about Dark Spaces, Wildfire, issue number 2 drops this week. It's written by Scott Snyder and art by Hayden Sherman. Now this book took me by surprise. I read issue number 1 this weekend, and man, it was amazing. Has nothing to do with superheroes, fantasies, magicians, magic, nothing like that. Not my normal cup of tea. It's a real-world story focused around 5 women who fight fires, but 4 of them are criminals, and they are allowed to go out and learn how to fight fires, and that helps them get out of jail. It gives them some freedom from being in jail. And man, did the story take an amazing twist. I love this story. Scott Snyder is a great storyteller. If you guys are not reading Dark Spaces Wildfire, I would highly suggest checking this book out. Maybe you want to wait for the trade. That's fine. I'm going to get every single issue because this is a really cool book. There's some really cool covers to come out with it. I like the B cover done by Andrea Sorrentino. But guys, this is a really fun read. If you want to support an indie and support an amazing writer, go ahead and pick up Dark Spaces Wildfire issue number 2 this week and get issue number 1 on the shelves. But guys, let's go ahead and find out what my number 1 book, the book that I am most excited about. Let's find out right now. The number 1 book that I am most excited about, I'm sure some of you have already guessed it because you guys have seen this channel before. You know how excited I was about issue number 1 and issue number 2. And issue number 3 drops this week for Do a Powerbond. Brought to us by the amazing Daniel Warren Johnson. He is the writer, he is the artist, and he does such an amazing job on this book. The story is amazing. It's about a wrestler who her mom dies in issue number 1, and she tries to take up the mantle, but no one wants to have anything to do with her because of the backstory of her mother dying. But then she gets approached by a necromancer, and this necromancer brings her to her world and says, you know what, you fight in this tournament for me and you win, I will bring someone back from the dead for you, but you need a partner. So in issue number 2, she goes and tries to find a partner, and man, the twist at the end of issue number 2, boom, mind blown. Daniel Warren Johnson really sunk his teeth, his claws, everything into me. I want so much more. Give me so much more Do a Powerbomb. It is such a great book. It's fun, it's exciting, the action in it, the heart-wrenching moments in it, because the twist at the end of issue number 2, and just, it's such a great book. I love Daniel Warren Johnson's art. I love his storytelling. It's a great book. Guys, if you guys are not reading this book, go and pick up the 2 issues. You guys will not regret it. I know I'm excited about a lot of books, but guys, this book is really, really good. You gotta read it. It's awesome. It's amazing. I love it. All right, guys, those are all the books on my cover lover list, my must-have pickups, and my almost top 5. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. All right, guys, if you guys have made it this far, you made it to the end of the video, seen me talk and yell at you and tell you to buy comic books, and I have to say, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. You guys are legends. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. And last but not least, guys, if you guys would like to help support Steffi and I just a little bit, a wee bit more, you guys can become a channel member for just $4.99 a month, and you guys will get an entry into our end of the month giveaway, which is a mystery box filled with at least 15 comic books that are worth over $50 in value. And that is my thank you to the lucky 1 member who wins the mystery box at the end of every single month. And as long as you're a member, you will always get an entry into the winning. That means you can win the box over and over again if you are lucky enough. Alright guys, that's really it. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, watching my videos. Guys, leave a comment down below letting me know what your top 5 are, what your cover lover picks are, your almost top 5 are. Guys, just leave a comment down below. Alright guys, I will see you guys on either Wednesday or Thursday with a comic book speculation recommendation video, and I'm gonna do my best to get a third video out this week. But you know what happens? I normally don't, but guys, I'm really gonna try. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.